After months of back-and-forth motions, the judge in the trial for Bryan Kohberger granted a change of venue. The 20-page court document citing concerns that given the high-profile attention this case has received, it would be difficult finding an impartial jury in a county of some 40,000 people, and that the defendant wouldn't get a fair trial at the Latah County Courthouse in Moscow, Idaho. The same city where Kohberger is accused of stabbing and killing University of Idaho students Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonsalves in an off-campus house in November of 2022. Defense lawyers presented survey results showing the jury pool around Moscow was biased, while prosecutors argued that the survey itself was flawed. Shannon Gray is the attorney for the Gonsalves family.
They believe that Latah County was the proper venue to try this case, and they thought that, they could find fair and impartial jurors in Latah County.
But with so much attention surrounding this case, does changing the venue make a difference? Criminal defense attorney and former Idaho Attorney General, as well as former Lieutenant Governor Dave Leroy, says, yes, it can, on two levels. One, under Idaho law and the U.S. Constitution, he says it's important that Kohberger is given a fair trial. And that means in a jurisdiction where there is arguably the least bias and best opportunity to find that fair and objective jury. The other reason,
we do not want to have on appeal an issue that this fair trial judgment was not very seriously considered and the best possible remedies applied even before the trial begins.
The judge did not specify where the trial will be moved to, but Kohberger is asking the court to move it to the Ada County Courthouse in Boise, nearly 6 hours away.
What is unusual about this ruling is the judge himself at the district court level did not determine where the venue of the trial would be. Instead, he referred it to the Idaho Supreme Court to make that judgment. Number one, that's very unusual. I don't know that that's ever happened in recent history.
In a statement from the Gonsalves family, they said in part, as victims' families, you are left to just watch like everyone else, and you have little rights or say in the process. And at the same time, you are the most vested in the outcome. They went on to say they still believe Latah County is where the trial deserves to be held, to help the community heal.
It's really difficult for them because it's their first time of being in this position, and hopefully the last time ever.
Now, if this trial is moved to the Ada County Courthouse in Boise, it would come after two other high-profile trials were also recently moved there. The trial for Lori Vallow, the so-called doomsday mom, and her husband Chad Daybell's trial. Despite those two trials, though, Leroy tells me moving trials like this isn't very common in a state like Idaho. So until the Supreme Court trial court administrator determines the venue, we'll just have to wait and see where that trial will end up. Shira Matsuzawa, Fox 13 News.